Hello everybody, I am Angry Bird. Welcome to a new Steel Division 2 cast. Today we're following up the game between Sehandur and Jack. It is a best of 5 in the final of the Division 2 playoffs for Steel Division 2. The last game I think maybe caught Jack somewhat by surprise, but hopefully we'll see a fantastic game this time as well. If you didn't check out that first game, make sure you go back and check it out. Don't miss a game between this pair. Also, if there were a few audio issues with the last game, hopefully I've corrected it. Because we're on an old patch, when I'm filming this, it has a special viewer to view older replays of old patches, which messes up my sound. But I've got that fixed now. Anyway, on to the game. On the left-hand side, we have Sehandur playing the Panzer Hermann Göring. So he's on Vanguard income once again. He started very strong in the previous game. Will he be able to do the same against Jack this time? We are on Zell. And the Hermann Göring, they get some good infantry. The HG Pioneer MP44's fantastic infantry. The HG Begleitgrens. But actually, not a great deal. Sehandur has 72 infantry units at his disposal, which on the infantry front is not a lot really at all. I mean, this is a pure Vanguard deck. The only C-phase infantry he's got is one card of 12. 12 Panzergrens with the Panzerfausts. He does have a card of C-phase Panzer IV H's, but that's it in terms of C-phase. So we're going to see Sehandur push Jack very hard early on. Will he be able to do it? Well, we'll have to watch and find out, won't we? He does have a card of those Ju-87 D5s early on in A phase, and the bomber variants of the Ju-87s. He used his bombers very well in the previous game. So we'll be looking for him to do the same, I guess, in this game. We'll see whether Jack has learnt from that. Maybe he needs a little bit of AA earlier. We'll have to find out. I guess we'll have a look at Jack's deck now and see what he has got at his disposal. He's playing the Kuruk 559. Somewhat of a favoured division on this map. I think after Lolly took it to fame with his victory over Gonzo in the first official Steel Division 1v1 championship. So I've seen a lot of people try and emulate that success with Kuruk 559 on Zell. But, you know, I've not really seen anyone have the same success that Lolly has, and I'm wondering whether it was something special from Lolly in that game and whether others can actually emulate that. But Jack, what does he have at his disposal? Well, he has those SBWs early, but I think they're going to get outmatched by what Panzer has to offer. He does have 2 Tiger E's, 2 stars in B phase. That does match the Panzer Hermann Göring. I think Sehandur had 2 in B as well. Infantry wise, he has a ton more than Sehandur, 156. So if this does go long, Jack definitely has the deck to deal with this map. It's just about stopping Sehandur early, I think, for Jack. How is he going to be able to do that? I think his anti-air is going to be vital. Those flak 36, 37s. I think he's going to need to get all 3 of them out very early. We will see whether Jack does that, but I have a feeling Sehandur's going to hit him with those Ju-87 D5 bombers again, and Jack is going to have to respond. He does have the ME-109 G6 in A phase, 110 points. He can afford them. He's on flatline income. I think fighters aren't as great as they are in the current patch right now. It's, as far as I'm aware, fighters have been fixed. Hurrah! You've probably heard me mention a couple of times that fighters have been a little bit bugged and airplay's been a bit bugged. Eugen have been fixing it. It's just these matches took place before those fixes. But yeah, the fighters could come into play as well. I guess we'll just have to see how this one fares. I think if Jack can hold Sehandur early, he has the infantry to win this game. So we're going to have to look to see what defense Jack can make, and also see what attack Sehandur can make, because if he doesn't push Jack hard early on in this game, he could be in for a real tough time. So while we're waiting for the players to start, I would remind you, you know, if you are enjoying these casts, hit that like button. Also, if you haven't subscribed, subscribe. Make sure you don't miss Steel Division 2 action. There's always plenty of Steel Division 2 content on my channel. So let's have a look at the deployments on the left, see what we've got down on the ground. We have the Alfclaw in the SPW 222, and let's compare that. Oh, in fact, the game is underway, so we can compare that to the ADGZ. They are somewhat comparable. The SPW ADGZ probably is ahead of the SPW 222, but I think the SPW 233, that thing can certainly deal with the SPW ADGZ. So many SPWs right now. Can certainly deal with the ADGZs and the 204Fs, you know, relatively easily. So I think they're going to be somewhat of a hindrance, and Jack has a lot of them early. Let's recap. On the left hand side in red, we have Sehandur on Vanguard income, playing the Fallschirmpanzer Hermann Göring. Not going as strong down south or in other places as honestly I would expect. And on the right hand side in blue, we have Jack. He is playing Kuruk 559 on flatline income, and he's you know, putting a fairly balanced deployment into place. Down goes a HG Flammenwerfer from the LVF 36-37mm. Good start from Jack, taking care of those units heading into place. Up north we have a lot of HG Flammenwerfers, also the HG Pioneer MP44s. These are the guys to look out for. 2 stars, they have 7 MP44s, 3 frag grenades. They are very good units, very good units. But I think Jack has the units up here to stop a push from Sehandur. He is going to have to take care of that SPW 233. It's hanging back now. The SPW 204 does push forward. Let's see how these two engage. I did talk about this early. Oh, there is also the PaK 38. Beautiful fire position from that. And the SPW ADGZ is in a pretty bad spot now. Surely he's going to go down any moment. Doesn't know what to fire on. Does it fire on the PaK gun? Does it fire on the SPW? It goes down anyway. Sehandur picks up that engagement relatively nicely. On the southern side, Jack hasn't pressed forward yet, but Sehandur, you know, could be weak down there. In comes the first of those Ju-87 D5 bombers into that northern side. Sehandur definitely concentrating on it, wants to get this flag up north. But Jack's done really well punishing all of Sehandur's units up here. So good start from Jack up on this north, but in comes the Ju-87 D5, going to strike at the heart of that forest. Does pick up the kill onto 1 unit, but the others are retreating. Sandor did call in a T-34-41 Führer, and Jack just calling in Schupo reserves and Shumo and those 81mm mortars. Let's see whether he has a better time of it this game. Wow, look at Sehandur's AA in early, the 10-4s and the flak 38-20s. So he is definitely not playing around when it comes to Kuruk. You know, they can be very potent in the air, but so far we've not seen Jack bringing any bombers. It's early days, 3 minutes into this game. Jack has a 14-10. And taking control of the center hill and also the southern center area down here. But can he hold on? He's pushing against Vanguard income. Can he hold it? Wow, the SDK said 10-4 pushes forwards there, but I think may have been taken out by a anti-tank rifle. Possibly even the Sakirungs with the AT rifle on that unit. The SPW 233 is roaming around behind enemy lines. There is a Panzer Bushi 39 here, but the mechanics have changed. They are struggling a bit more to penetrate these half tracks, and it does eventually go down. So Jack rushing in SPW 203s. These have the 45mm gun, so a lot more potent than the 204s and the ADGZs. But he's going to be facing off against this T-34-41, really, is his main threat. There is also a PaK 38 here, and if it's in a nice position to cover that road. He's only covering the area it needs to cover, so he's not going to expose himself too early. The mortars are into action. In comes the first plane from Jack, the ME410A1, but immediately the pilot gets injured by those flak 3820s. Doesn't manage to get those bombs away. Sehandur down south, though, is being pressed fairly hard. Jack taking it to Sehandur early, has the 1410 right now. The mortar's about to get into action, and he's targeting the anti-air of Sehandur. But Sehandur immediately moving his AA, you know, before those mortar attacks come in. So very hot on the micro here. Wow, top level micro from Sehandur, and avoids the counter attack with those mortars. Oh, in comes the T-34-41. Will it be able to take out that SPW-203? Oh, it just backed away in time. Just backed away in time. It is now targeting the Sekirungs. There is a Ju-87D5 again targeting the mortars. No anti-air in from Jack. Oh dear, this could be round 2 of the blow. Jack trying to move those mortars out the way once again. Down goes one. Oh, look at the SPW-222 racing forwards as well. The other mortar is pinned down, but the SPW-222 may well get there in time. Wow, look at the way Sehandur is dealing with Jack's mortars. Impressive play here. I love the way that SPW-222 just raced forwards. Really impressive. He is yet to finish it off, but I'm pretty sure he will get that kill. There is a pack 36-37 here that might end up, you know, that SPW might end up heading into its zone of control, but yeah, he does finish off that mortar, and it'd be interesting to see what Sehandur does with that unit now. Oh, he is trying to press forwards, but that pack 36-37 mil actually will probably take out that SPW-222. What a fantastic move from Sehandur early on. And again, that's what, 60 points, 120 points, sorry, at least, going down. I think they're probably 60 points apiece, those mortars. The SPW-222 makes it past the pack 36-37 and is able to fire on the reinforcing Sekirungs. Wow. Those Sekirungs are able to penetrate with that anti-tank rifle, though. Because it has those heat shells, surely it can penetrate the SPW. Yeah, and it does take them down, so successful there. The SPW is lost. Oh, the T-34 goes down there as well. I didn't catch whose unit that was, but I imagine that was Sehandur's there, but it was very far forward, but it looked like it was... It may well have been Jack's, actually, thinking about it. We'll have a look in a moment. The ME410 does come in, I think, to strike the pack 3850. Another Ju-87D5 coming in, and Jack is lacking that anti-air. Ooh, does hit those infantry units hard. There is a HG Pioneer, may well be able to get the surrenders, but Sandor not reacting quick enough with that micro, just has them on the attack move. Let's just check this T-34. No, it does look like it's Jack. It was Jack's, because it's facing towards Sandor's units. Just caught me off guard there, because I wasn't expecting a T-34 from Jack into play. Down in the south goes an SPW to the SPW-233 of Sehandur's. Jack has enough to push here, but he's being cautious. He's obviously microing further north. There is still a 12-12 here, so as long as he hangs on to this game, you know, he can win it in the long run. In the long run, Jack will win this game. He just needs to hold on in the short term. Sehandur brings in more AA here, and he has got rid of the mortars that were counter-attacking him. So he's definitely feeling... I'm sure he will be feeling very happy with his performance right now. In comes another Ju-87, and Sehandur's, you know, doing the kind of attacks that we'd expect from Jack, really, playing Kuruk 559. He is pushing up north with a lot of vehicles here. Doesn't really have infantry to support. So I think he's going to struggle to take the ground, especially with reinforcing Schumer coming in. But he can certainly cause a lot of disruption to Jack, especially if he gets behind enemy lines. There is a T-34-42 coming up there, more SPWs on the way. Jack has to deal with these SPW 233s here and the T-34-41. If he loses his 42, this could be mega tough for him. The Flammenwerf is actually engaging with the flamethrower. Oh, does clear up the infantry units. Oh, does go down to the T-34-41. Ju-87G1 coming in, does pick up the SPW kill. But there are a lot of anti-air units around, and it is forced back. May well go down here as well. I think we'll just get out. Yeah, we'll just get out. No movement down south in the centre. Jack's units are finally picked off. He is pushing some more pioneers in. I think Sandor's going to win this due to his 1 star. Actually, no. Oh, his 1 man survives. May well win because he's about to throw that grenade. This is tight. Oh, he just launches the grenade as he dies. And he would have won that if he'd have managed to survive long enough. Oh, in comes a fighter right over top of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 20 mils on the field right now, and it does go down, unsurprisingly. Ju-87D5 did come in to strike that pioneer unit, but it was a little bit too late. The Panzergrenz will pick up the position though. A lot more aircraft now coming in from Jack, and concentrating in the area that Sandor doesn't have the AA. So Sandor's AA is very concentrated. Anything flies over these AA units, I think they are going to go down. But a little bit further south, Sandor doesn't have that AA cover, so he's kind of using it, I think, in the way that AA kind of needs to be used now. You need to concentrate your units a lot more, and it does mean that parts of the battlefield are, you know, a lot more difficult to cover with AA, but anything strays over this area and it is going to go down like that fighter did earlier. And in comes another one. Let's see how that fares, trying to take on the Ju-87G2. I wonder whether it's a slight bait there from Sandor, leaving that thing straying around. It is a little bit outside the AA cover, but I think he must have just forgot about that unit being there. The fighter does take some damage, may well be able to get the kill on the reverse here. Should pick up the kill here. Let's see if that does happen. Yes, he does pick up that kill, and Jack micros it safely away from that AA cover. So nice micro from Jack there. The T-34-42 taking on its counterpart. Big important kill, or important fight here. Oh, it looks like Jack's going to come off. If he gets another hit here, which he should do so, he should come off. Yes, he does. He does get the kill there. Important first hit on target. Ooh, might be able to pick up the kill as well onto that AA unit. And there's a replacement Pack 3850 in a fantastic position, covering the reinforcement zones. Sandor has a 1311 right now. Jack pushing back in with pioneers again into that hilltop position. I don't think he's going to win it. Well, he isn't going to win it against 2 of Sehandor's pioneers, but yeah, interesting choice then. You know, could have maybe held back. He's at a 12-12 right now, or a 13-11 down. I mean, he can hold that for a very long time, 33 minutes. You know, it gives him a long time to hold. I think he shouldn't waste his infantry units unnecessarily, and I think pushing that pioneer in there was an unnecessary risk. I mean, I knew what was coming. I could see that. Jack couldn't see that, but I think it was a bit of an unnecessary risk there. I think he could have, you know, made sure this flag was safe, because he's pushed forwards the Landerschutzen OST there, and if that gets taken out, what's left defending his flag? Not a lot. And that Ju-87D5 strikes are coming in again. Down goes the T-34. Oh, it must have taken out the counterpart from Jack, but it did go down to the Ju-87G1. Sandor continuing with these bombing strikes. He is hitting Jack hard, and there's just no AA coming in from Jack. I think this is a major issue for him right now. It's something we see at times from Nilla as well, and Jack and Nilla play a lot of games together. They do not have a strong AA game. It's probably the one weakness of Nilla, really, at the moment. ME410s do come in. Oh, they are going to stray over these AA units. They may well make it out, but it's going to take a lot of damage. Just will make it out alive. A lot of Landerschutzen and some Rona Pioneers coming into the center to shore things up from Jack. I think that's a good move. You can certainly take this flag back, you know, with these reinforcements. And he's being careful not to push it down the road, where there is a Pack 38 waiting for him. And even if he couldn't spot this unit, this is an obvious position for any player on the left hand side of this map. You know, an AT gun in this position is a pretty obvious one. And also, if they do control further up, you know, you could find them in these forests, waiting to ambush any reinforcements. So Jack does pick up the flag, doesn't even need his reinforcements. He's 13-11 down. He did lose the flag on the hill. This is what I was saying earlier. If he'd kept those Pioneers back, you know, maybe he would have a greater chance of holding on to that flag right now, especially with the Begleitgrens pushing forwards, possibly going to take out that IG. Oh, the Tiger's in trouble. The Tiger's in trouble, and it does go down to the Ju-87 G2. Successful strike from Sandor, getting first blood on those Tigers. Both players have 2 Tigers, I think. Let's just check Sehandur, see how many Tigers he actually has in his deck. Yeah, 2 Tigers. So both players have 2 Tigers, and the first one's gone down, and unfortunately it was on Jack's side. Oh, replacement mortars coming in here. 81mm mortars. Jack's found himself enough income to afford 2 more mortars. It's something that he wouldn't have wanted to do. You know, would have much preferred to have his initial mortars in tow. But this northern side is starting to look a little bit weaker. Sehandur's using his AA pieces, pushing them forwards, always having them close to his front lines. He's playing this match very well right now, and there's no defense to a T-34-41 if it wants to rampage through the back lines. This could be pretty devastating. In comes a Flak 36-37. First AA unit in from Jack, and hoorah! Thank God. He desperately needs some AA up on the battlefield. Desperately, and it's taken 16 minutes. It's taken 16 minutes, far too long. But the Ju-87 strikes will soon be, well, weakened at least. Weakened at least. And the mortars trying to hit those AA units, starting to move forwards. Oh, but Sehandur's got them targeted straight away. Oh, he's coming in for the JU strike. That Flak 36 needs to get unloaded immediately. We have another one following up. Jack needs to unload that 36. Oh, Sehandur has switched targets. He sees the infantry coming through. There's three squads there. If he gets a good Ju-87 strike, he might pick up 3 surrenders. Oh, this could be pretty key. This would be a big loss for Jack. 3 squads surrendering. Oh, it's gonna happen. 2 squads surrender. The other one might just get out alive. Sandor wasn't quick enough to push forwards and pick up the 3rd surrender. The 36-37 is finally in play. There is a Ju-87 trying to push forwards and pick up the mortar kill. Will it be able to get through? I think it's gonna make it. Oh, Jack. Is he going to lose his mortars once again? I think he's moved this one out just in time. Oh, but there is a T-34-41 as well. Look at the difference the suppression made onto that Ju-87. The strike was all over the place, and it does go down. You know, one Flak 37mm, I don't think this one up here was able to quite reach. It may have done. It may have just reached there. But those Flak 36, you know, Flak 36... 37mm are very strong anti-air units. I think if Jack would have had these in earlier, he wouldn't have suffered so much. The handle's up to 17-7 right now. Jack's still got 12 minutes left. We're 18 minutes into this game. He needs to pick up some flags. He needs to at least bring this back, you know, to a 14-10. If he can bring this back to a 14-10, he's got enough time to, you know, consolidate and possibly push forward. Remember, he has the long game deck, but he just needs to make it to the long game. Down goes another plane. I think that was Jack's plane there. The AA is on point from Sehandur. In comes a Ju-87 G2. Not quite sure what that was attacking. And whether that was just strafing the infantry. Jack may pick up this flag up here. The HG Erzatstruppen is bound to go down, yeah. So Jack may pick up 2 flags here. Which doesn't put the game, you know, out of his reach at bringing back a 14-10. Oh, he's desperately unlucky not to pick up this flag. Wow. If he moves these lander shoots some further south, surely he would pick up that flag. He's using his mortars again, always popping smoke. Possibly he could have an attack here. I don't know whether that smoke is going to stick around long enough for those Rona Pioneers to make it through. He does have a unit a little bit further forwards. All down south though, Sehandur roaming through the back. He's found a... oh, what would it be called? A weak point in Jack's lines. He's punched through the hole and he is pushing with all his might. This is kind of, you know, blitzkriegish play. You know, punch a hole through the line and then just push through as hard as you can. I guess that's blitzkriegish. We did see another plane go down. Sehandur's AA has been mighty. I'm pretty sure that was Jack's plane that went down there. Sandor still has that 17-7 despite losing the flags up north. He has managed to capitalize on this breakthrough here, and there are a lot of units pushing through as well. Jack is gonna struggle. 17-7, he's got 10 minutes. I think he can do it, but it's going to be tight. Look at another Ju-87G1. He's trying to take down that T-34. Look at the way he's bringing it up north, and then he's going to come down. I think he's trying to avoid the AA in the center. You know, have as little time as possible for that AA to start attacking him. Will he pick up the kill here? Oh, there is an AA unit. Immediately starts firing. He does pick up the kill though. He may lose that unit, which would be, you know, a tough trade. Will he get out in time? I think it's just going to get out. Yeah, it is just going to get out. It's a nice trade there from Jack, but he does need an infantry unit up there to capture the flag. Oh, his... wow, just look at the breakthrough Sehandur's managed in the center part of this field. Jack's actually picking up a flag all the way back here with his one-man Schumer. And he's got a lot of infantry up north now. You know, there's... you know, he could make a pushback in that north. This is hard to tell. Sehandur definitely in with the upper hand right now. Jack's got 8 minutes left on the clock. Oh, and he's pushed the surrender. He's pushed the surrender. I think it was looking bleak, but I would have liked to see Jack, if he'd have given it 5 more minutes, could he have exploited that northern side? Could he have recovered a few flags in the center? Oh, I would have liked to have seen it, but Sehandur, congratulations to him, does pick up the victory. 2,300 kills to 2,100 losses. Commiserations, Jack. A much tighter kill-loss ratio. And just think, you know, the difference between those two players, 2 mortar units, the number of planes Jack lost, and also the number of units Jack lost to bombing strikes before he brought in his AA. Easily could have changed that kill-death loss ratio. Easily. So let's have a look at the kills for Sehandur. Picks up the 2nd win in this best of 5. So we are guaranteed at least 1 more game. If Sehandur wins the next game, he will be crowned champion of Division 2. And Jack's still got it all to play for though. Could well win the next game, force it to a 4th, possibly a 5th. He's still in with the chance, in with the shot, in with the ability to pick up the victory. SPW 233s do pick up a couple of SPW ADGZ kills. This one here, yeah, 204's ADGZ. I think Jack's early reliance on those SPWs were inferior to Sehandur's 233, so it was tough. He lost a lot. He lost a lot of those early on. The Ju-87 D5 strike, getting the 81mm mortar kill early again. What a move from that SPW 222. Following up the bombing strike and breaking through the back lines. Beautiful play. I loved that. That was fantastic. Great to watch, great to watch. The SDK said 10-4, picking up 1, 2, 3 ME kills. That's the beauty of having your anti-air in early. Really, I think Jack suffered by not having his anti-air in. Oh, and he lost 2 Tigers. We saw one of them lost, but we missed the second one. That Ju87G2 got both of the kills though. Bartel, he's got to be a flying ace now. 2 Tiger kills. Well done, chap. Well done. Well done. And let's have a look at the kills for Jack. So the Pack 36-37 mil did a good job at the start of this game as well. Not exactly sure where that was. I think that may have been in the centre actually, covering that central road. Jack's own Ju87G1 picked up a number of kills, so if he'd have just managed to keep his aircraft alive, you know, the tables may have been turned. Tiger A just got 1 SDK said half-track kill. That's a tough loss, and the other one got an SPW222 and an Alpha kill. Again, a tough trade there. A tough trade. The Flag 36 did get that Ju87 kill. Let's hope in the next game Jack brings out that AA earlier. That's the hope. Hopefully you've enjoyed this game. If you did, hit that like button. Subscribe if you've not subscribed. Check out the links in the description to my Discord. Jump in, continue the conversation, and also check out my Twitch. It's always great fun. We play at Steel Division 2, and yeah, I play with the viewers as well, and it's a great time. So jump on, hit that follow button, and check me out when I go live. Thanks very much for watching, guys. I am Angry Bert. I will see you next time.